And it's like, I'm just not made to be around poor people, bro. Like, I just accepted this shit yesterday. Like, poor people ain't for me. They do too much poor shit that I don't want to sit around and allow and act like it's cool just because, oh, well, we're from this demographic, or you come from this, or you didn't have this. Man, I don't give a fuck. I grew up poor too, but I still don't act like poor people act. Still, even though I was poor, I always had my mind on being rich and elevating and turning my life into the life I dream of. Always. I ain't never thought like I'm gonna be poor forever. They just accept the fact that they're poor and do nothing about not being poor anymore. And it's like, fuck living like that, bro. I'm not living like that. Like, you don't have to accept being poor, but poor people do. Literally, they accept life on the terms it's on now because they lack the vision to see anything further than what life is at the moment. And it's annoying. It's annoying. It's like, all I be looking for is people who can see past now, where life is now, and nobody can. Nobody understands that nothing started out as what it is now, that you have to build it to become something. No one understands that. So everyone thinks everything just started out as this colossal thing, or this thing that has always been, when it's like, no, you had to turn it into that. Like, to this day, Netflix or LLC, a $500 fucking business startup. And I don't know what it's worth now, but I know it's worth a lot of fucking money for $500 to start it. It only took 500 to start this shit. But that's what I'm saying. Nobody understands that Netflix had to put the work in to make Netflix a big deal. Netflix did videos, they did DVD rentals, they did a bunch of shit. They did a bunch of shit to turn it into what it is now, to get it to where Netflix is like this big ass company now. But it's like everybody think that shit just started out as this big ass company and they was just huge overnight. No, a lot of trial and error, a lot of shit went into building Netflix into what it is now. But it's like, I look at shit like this all the time, like how things start out as one thing. Even cars, like I look at cars to where, like, think about how like ugly cars were back in the days, and think about to where cars are now. It's like everything was something that was once one thing, but they kept working at it. They kept strategizing. They kept improving, because cars were ugly as fuck back in the days. They kept improving and kept working at it to make cars the nice looking machines with all the technology and all the shit they have in them now, when it's like, that shit wasn't always like that. It wasn't always like that. And it's like, nobody looks at it from that perspective. And it's something that simple, like where cars are and where cars have gotten and how far cars have gotten. But nobody look at shit like that. I said what I said. It's all sort of shit.